So Navin, do you want to talk a little bit about some of the learning activities someone might actually find here at the Learning Zone?
Yeah, for sure. I'm really excited to talk to you about two things you can find inside of the Learning Zone. The first one being Learn Live sessions. So perhaps some of you are very familiar with Learn Live already from being a part of Learn TV. But for folks that maybe it's brand new, a Learn Live session is really about a guided walkthrough of Learn modules. And a lot of times what we do is we take the actual subject matter experts that help to write some of that content. So imagine you get a chance to interact with the people that wrote the content in the module before you actually take it. And that's really a great opportunity. So at Build this year, we're gonna have 8 unique sessions that'll be running over the course of Build. So by all means, make sure you register and sign up for these sessions, and then you can follow along, or just watch as folks are kind of guiding you through the content. Ask your questions in the chat so that you're even better prepared or have some more insights when you go back and then take the Learn modules yourselves after the fact, or try to follow along as best you can.
I was fortunate enough to both be a judge for some of the World Finals and also be a mentor for one of the teams. And so the team I got to mentor was Hands-On Labs. And so both of them came from kind of underprivileged communities, pursuing basically engineering degrees and things like that. And it's interesting that like in different communities, especially in other countries, you may not have access to the same type of lab equipment as other communities. And so you can't really get the same hands-on experience as somebody who goes to, say, a well-funded school. And, you know, global pandemic, degree programs moving online has only kind of like exacerbated the problem. And so they've built a solution where they're able to stream the devices themselves from a remote location, often on the same campus, and give remote control of those through the web browser. And so instructors are able to have calls like this, where everybody's able to look at the equipment, they're able to discuss it and control it through both the browser and code. They can write code to control robotic arms and things like that as well.
This is an AOTO 1.5 millimeter LED wall, which means there is a pixel every 1.5 millimeters. And since this wall is 60 feet wide and 12 feet tall, we have a screen resolution of 11,520 by 2,160, basically 25 million pixels. We use a disguised D3 media server to control all of our wall content. It works on a layer system with the ability to crossfade between any scene and also move that scene in 3 dimensions. We are also using an automated robotic lighting system that can be cued by the D3, so lighting and media are synced.
Can you give us a little bit of an overview of how these one-on-one consultations work?
Yeah, so one-on-one consultations is an opportunity for Build attendees to schedule 45 minutes with a Microsoft engineer. And, basically from getting started to working with production workloads, we have something for everyone. This is something we piloted last Build and got really great feedback because attendees said this sort of filled in the one-to-one human experience that was missing in digital events. So we scaled it out, and now we are back providing hundreds of slots to our attendees.
When we come to conferences like Build, we come to get inspired. We come to, be charged, empowered, and empowered by the technology that we've surrounded ourselves by. And it's the same thing with the Imagine Cup. It's that same kind of spirit at the Imagine Cup, where now we're seeing students, we're seeing the next generation of developers and creators really moving the needle and changing the world around us.